family but not by DNA. Dave and Adam are two of a kind, and they wanna borrow some of your day to talk into your ear holes about midi-chlorians and roller coasters. Those two things are unrelated, but so are they. They're unrelated at birth, like most people who aren't related. Unrelated at birth, but they're brothers in a brotherly way. Now it's time for the phenomenal brother and the golden voice of the South. They're brothers from different mothers, but they're both really proud to be unrelated at birth. Brothers but not by birth, family but not by DNA. Dave and Adam are two of a kind, and they wanna borrow some of your day to talk into your ear holes about midi-chlorians and roller coasters. Those two things are unrelated, but so are they. They're unrelated at birth, like most people who aren't related. Unrelated at birth, but they're brothers in a brotherly way. Now it's time for the phenomenal brother and the golden voice of the South. They're brothers from different mothers, but they're both really proud to be unrelated at birth.
Add the stream.
All right.
Add the stream. Quickly.
Hang on. Stop. Wait. Stop.
What's happening? What?
There. We both start clicking and it just goes haywire.
So, wait. StreamYard added something new I saw. You ready?
What was that? Where is this?
You could just move the cells over on top of each other.
Oh, look at that. That's not, there we go.
This is fun.
Nice. Good
This is
times to be had.
A new toy I can play with while I'm annoying people that are live with us. So we have during this whole 3-minute countdown thing that we've been doing now.
Mm-hmm.
I shared it to my Facebook wall. I shared it to Twitter. I did a lot of things.
That's very good. I'm proud of you.
So many activities while watching wrestling. So
while watching wrestling, so you're distracted?
No. Maybe.
Well, it is wrestling.
But it's yes. Speaking of distracted, did y'all see? Oh, you can't see it because it's green. But did y'all?
Yeah, you can see that. You can see it when you hold it right there.
What's coming out as a Disney Parks exclusive?
Dave's very excited.
Amanda even told me that she knows I'm going to have to get it. So that means she knows.
Well, I mean, you have her trained, so.
I don't know if I have her trained. Yes, Virgil, I did figure out who Melvin Nelson was. He was a wrestler. He was born in 1937. He could not wrestle in the South. He could not wrestle against white wrestlers in the South. He was an African-American wrestler, and during the territory eras of wrestling. Your dad posted that on one of my posts yesterday.
Fascinating.
So, yep. You're welcome. There is your moment of wrestling bliss from Virgil Russell. I don't even know. Yes, Virgil. I looked it up on Wikipedia. Don't say no to me. That's according to Wikipedia. That's who he was. Here, in fact, I'll do it again.
Uh-oh.
Hold up. Now I've got to do it now to prove my point. Wrestler. Yeah, okay. So Burrhead Jones was one of his ring names, but he competed in the United States under the ring name Jimmy Jones and Burrhead Jones. As an African-American wrestler, he was not permitted to wrestle against Caucasians in some territories. Thus, in those territories, he worked as a referee. Thank you.
Is that a phone drop?
That was a phone drop.
Phone drop.
He died in 2017, and he was born in Berkeley County, South Carolina, either 1936 or 1937.
Which one?
Well, we don't know if Alexander Hamilton was born.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Right. 1755 or 1757. Historians
need to up their game, man.
I know, right?
I don't know when anybody was even born anymore.
But you have to remember, Hamilton forged a lot of his papers. And in the 30s and 40s, and the 30s, with minorities, they didn't keep great records as well. So what are you looking for?
Hey, just talk, man. You're the host. Come on, be the host.
No, but you're a co-host as well. So
I am, and I'm co-hosting.
Okay.
This is what it looks like to be a co-host, everybody.
Well, you know,
I don't like looking down at you like this. I'm propping my laptop up.
Okay. So, oh man, you're even on mute, and his video went away. He's like frozen in time. I'll do it too. Anyway, so what we're going to do tonight is going to be something fun. We're both wearing minor league hats, and whoa, he went away for completely. I'm a little worried. You have the golden voice of the South. Oh my gosh, Jeffrey Martin with the knowledge here. Signature move was giving his opponent a wedgie, later known as a Melvin, while in a half Nelson. I can't tell if he's being legit serious on this, but that's really cool. I like that. And I like that we're getting into old wrestling facts, because I'm sitting here on Tuesday night watching NXT, and it's a different night, because these guys are normally okay. Jeffrey, see, this is what makes it hard to believe what you say. I was giving you credit because that does sound cool, but there you go. It's Tuesday night. I'm watching NXT, and these guys are usually on Wednesday nights. But tonight, we're going to do something really cool when we record our podcast. We've got a list of 40 weird-ish major league team names, and I have made a bracket of these 40 names. Adam and I are going to do the bracket live, and Adam's even got the JPEGs and the photos of all the team logos. So we're going to really do this right if he ever comes back. So that's I'm stalling because Adam is not back yet. Yes, Virgil, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, you know, what was it? He always did this from the top and then jumped down. His daughter is actually wrestling in WWE. Well, she hasn't wrestled in a while, but Tamina is still wrestling. Anyway, we're going to do a list. And as you see, I'm a little partial to my Rocket City Trash Pandas. And, whoa, Adam, a little bit different. Hi.
Yeah, technical difficulties. This is what happens when you do live.
Yeah, well, y'all are getting the show before the show. Once again, we have our 10. That's usually our good number for people that stay with us. And it's usually these people that are right here on the list talking to us. What I was telling everybody was that you and I are going to do the list of major league teams. I've got 40 of them, and I put them in a bracket, and it was painstaking because I told you I was going to do it in 30 minutes, and it ended up taking about an hour.
It did.
I'm sorry. We had technical difficulties. Our power flickered a little bit. I lost Wi-Fi for about 20 of those 30 minutes. So we're good. We had some storms roll through here. We're fine.
We're fine. We're all fine here.
We're fine. We're fine. We're fine.
How are you?
Apparently, I'm better than he's doing because his device is not connected again. I don't.
I'm working on it, man. You're doing the pre-show. Come on.
I know I'm doing the
show
pre-show.
before the show. Come on.
Okay, so the person that is going to, if there is a tie, okay, let me rephrase that. When there is a tie, because Adam and I will probably not agree on a lot of these. When there is a tie, then my wife will appear, maybe sometimes be on text, probably not like that, but my wife will appear and break the tie. We won't tell who voted for who because I don't want to sway the vote because she'll automatically vote for who Adam votes for. Just, my lovely wife. I love her to death.
Part of it.
Next week's show, we are bringing Luke Bryan back. And for those who didn't hear a couple weeks ago, Eric Carey. Some people said Eric sounded like Luke Bryan. I still don't hear it, but maybe does. I mean,
generic Southern accent.
If he ever
Luke Bryan sounds like a lot of people.
If he ever asks the country girl to shake it for him, I might hit him. But we are going to see whose music knowledge is the best. And going into the fifth grader, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader show, you pretty much knew Adam was going to win that one. I think that I got this one wrapped up in the bag.
Oh, wrapped up in the bag. So not even like it's going to be close?
Adam, do you know musicals as well as I do?
I don't think musicals were in one of the categories he said we were going to do, Dave.
Hamilton is.
Yeah, that's a musical. There's not going to be any Les Miserables making me miserable.
Do you know boy bands like I do?
No, and I'm pretty sure it'll stay that way too.
Do you know Disney music the way I do?
That one I would have to say we're probably closer than you think, Dave.
Can you tell 90s music by just a couple of seconds of the song?
We're going to find out.
Okay. Well, I'm going to win it. And so we're going to do this.
So tune in and watch Dave definitely win. It'll be exciting.
We're going to do this really cool that we've got 6 patrons now, right? On Patreon?
I think so.
We're going to put 6 names in a hat. And you've got time to join. If you want to be a patron, a sibling. Before next week, your name can go in the hat too. I'll be playing for one. Adam will be playing for another. Whoever wins, that person wins a custom shirt from AstateAffairBoutique.com on the Unrelated Birth site part. So not any of Amanda's other shirts.
Sure. But what does custom shirt mean? Do they get their name on it or? What's a custom shirt?
I might talk to Amanda about that. Maybe we can put a name on the back of it or something. But custom meaning, Amanda actually will make it. She's not going to send it off. And
so it could say something like Dave beat Adam at music trivia and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. That's a joke.
Is it though? That's not a bad idea. I'm sure Amanda's going to storm me and say, what? I wasn't aware of this. Speaking of, oh no, that wasn't her.
Nope,
I got a text. I thought it was. All right. Well, so tonight, are we just going to do the Major League, or are we going to try to talk donuts too?
We have to. It's in the title.
That's true. That's true. There was a donut conversation earlier this week. I think it was Sunday that Adam almost quit the show about, and we have to talk about it. So. I think we have a Virgil Ask a Question this week, too.
We do.
So we'll get all that in. But, Adam, you want to start the show? I've got an idea. You start the show this week.
I'll start the show this week?
Yep.
Do I have to go and welcome back into Unrelated at Birth? Do I have to do all of that?
that is kind of how you start the show, right?
Okay. What's how you start the show?
Well, that's how we're supposed to start.
I could start the show completely differently, like, and welcome back into Unrelated at Birth.
Are we NPR?
Are we NPR?
No.
No, we're not NPR. You're right.
No.
All right, you ready?
No.
You're not ready?
Yeah,
You want to read your sentence?
sentence?
My sentence? All right, ready?
So we got her.
3.
Wait. No. I forgot. What's in your cup?
Coffee.
What kind?
Decaf Dunkin' Donuts K-Cup.
Oh, Dunkin' now.
That's what they had on sale at Publix. It's usually either that or Donut Shop. I'm really a big fan of the Green Mountain Donut Shop now.
You need to order some Bones coffee. Life changing.
They don't have it in decaf.
I don't care. Order Bones coffee.
I mean, I don't really either. It's just a choice. I mean, there's not a reason I'm drinking decaf other than I feel like it makes me a better person.
It doesn't. Order Order the voltage. I dare you.
Oh yeah, right. Next week on Unrelated Birth. Be like a Micro Machines commercial.
I know. This is Weller Special Reserve.
A lot of special reserves.
I'm one that I like the not just $15 bottle. I like good. I like the good bourbon.
The expensive bourbon.
No, Amanda, if you're listening, it's not expensive. Okay,
that's good. Okay,
yeah.
So I thought of you the other day on Pluto TV. I turn it on. We watch game shows just when we're kind of piddling around the house or trying to go to sleep and that kind of thing. And we turn it on, and there's a Woodford Reserve commercial now. And
really?
Yeah. And so commercial comes on, and they show like coconut, smoke, roses, like all of these things. They're like, there's 40 something flavor notes to enjoy. I was like, there is no way that could taste like all of that.
Actually, so
coconut.
I can understand. There is a little coconutty if you can get it down. I mean, a good bourbon sommelier or whatever the wine people they call
Bourbonier,
whatever it is. But you know what I'm talking about when I say sommelier, the wine. So there are people, there are bourbon tasters who can pick out every note in a bourbon. And there are people. Woodford is one that does have a lot of notes to it.
Wow. See, that to me just sounds like it would be like every instrument in an orchestra trying to play at the same time.
Next time I'm
I can't see how that would combine itself into anything that would be pleasurable for somebody, but teach their
own. Tell you what, in October, I've got a bottle of Woodford. Since we're not flying, I can actually drive, and I'm going to drive it down to you, and I can easily get it to you, and I'll let you have a swig of my Woodford.
I can't wait to taste your coconut stuff. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm asking, what kind of hat? So so we're talking minor league baseball. You're wearing the Rocket City Trash Pandas.
I am.
Mine is the Las Vegas 51s, who are now the Aviators. And this was the baseball game I went to one time when I went to Las Vegas and watched a lady almost die getting hit by a foul ball.
I remember that.
Good memories. So, Greg, if you're listening, this show's for you, buddy.
Memories.
Like literally, it was no lie. Literally, we were sitting there, and it was before they had extended any of the nets,
Right.
And we were sitting there, and we were probably 6 feet to the right of the on-deck circle on the first base side. So we were in shooting range if they had hit the ball just right. But somebody smacked one, but it was close enough you could hear the of the ball. You know how if they hit it hard, it makes that noise? You could hear that noise coming off the ball.
Oh, wow.
For that lady. It's crazy.
Wow.
But then we slid over and got behind the net. And then I became the big proponent, if you remember, on Sideline Warning.
I remember.
Build a dome around the field, for Pete's sake. That was horrifying. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, Adam, start them off.
So are you ready to go? Anything else you wanted to bring up? Or
no, we're good. We good.
Three. Ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1. You're hearing my voice to start off with, and I feel like I'm not doing it justice because I didn't jump in and say, and welcome back into Sideline Warning, because I'm starting the show, so I get to do it however I like to do it. And Dave said start it the normal way. So, of course, I'm not going to. So we're going to start with me this week. Dave said he had an idea. I have a feeling he's going to break in at any second, though. Yeah, he's sitting back. So, okay, let's roll with this. So you have the one, the only, the phenomenal brother, Adam Russell, coming to you from the main offices of the Unrelated at Birth podcast.
Hold up. No. I am breaking into that. Hold up.
I figured I could get you in. Come on.
Nope. I'm sitting back watching wrestling right now, man. NXT's on. My boy Finn Balor's wrestling. He's got a chance to win the championship. So yeah. I was hoping that he would get one more pinfall because it's an Iron Man 60-man match.
Oh, is he bowling?
No.
Get one more pin to fall?
No, one more pinfall.
Oh, okay. That was a good James Bond movie.
That's Skyfall, sir.
Oh, my bad.
Okay. Anyway, you're not done introducing.
So this is where you jumped in when I hadn't brought you in yet. So I'm supposed to be like, I haven't brought you in yet.
I mean, yes, you can. You can totally do that.
So, as always, I brought my friend along all the way from the top of the state of Alabama, Madison, Alabama, because he is at the top of the state and the top of his podcast game. It is the golden voice of the South, the one, the only Dave Adams. How are you, sir?
I am well. I'm watching NXT right now. And you did forget to say in the one, the only Unrelated at Birth podcast studio.
I already said that.
No, you said you were the main command, and that was a lie.
Not necessarily. I said main office.
Let's see. Results are in.
Yes.
And the results have determined that was a lie.
Okay, Maury. I told you.
I told you. Carrie. Oh, that's right. You're going to my mouse is charging, so you're going to have to bring up what Carrie said here. What are those things behind Dave? Are they used to help old people walk? Is that a weird version of billiards? Carrie does not like what we're going to be talking about tonight. He is an anti-baseball person because he thinks that sport that's good enough for third world countries is the best sport in the world, when really it's baseball.
So is he as vehemently passionate against baseball as you are against soccer? Because I would say you are anti-soccer.
I think he is. He claims to be a Mets fan, but now he's claimed he's a Cubs fan.
What? Oh, wait a second.
He was a Mets fan because of Mike Piazza. Right. And now that Mike Piazza has left the Mets and retired, he has no reason to follow anybody. So I guess he's claiming to be a Cubs fan because all the rest of his fans our friends are Cubs fans.
Okay, well, I mean, I can see going along with the crowd. I mean, okay, yeah.
I mean, yeah, we call those bandwagon fans. I mean,
he says nope, so I'm sure the real story behind it's coming here in a second.
Well, Carrie, if you care to call in 650 UAB show, you know the number, Carrie. You can leave a voicemail and tell the world why you think football is the better sport. Football. But anyway, what are we talking about tonight, Adam? And why is there a ball and a stick behind me on my green screen?
We have a very interesting topic today that came out of just kind of a random conversation we were having the other day around minor league baseball and how I've got a buddy at work that buys all the hats. And then I think the making bacon thing came around and everybody was talking about that. And so we figured, let's talk sports, but in a completely different way than we used to on Sideline Warning. Let's break down the craziest team names / mascots / logos in minor league baseball and actually put them to the test and see which one we think is the craziest.
Yep. So
the zaniest, you might say.
Yep. So let's look back to the other thing. Carrie said and let's ask this. All right, here's a poll. Here's a poll for the Facebook group. If you're not part of the Unrelated at Birth Facebook fan group or whatever we call it, listener group, here's the poll. Are you allowed to switch teams once per lifetime? For any reason? And does that apply to college? Does that apply to pro football? I mean, you've switched three times. Does that apply
for what?
To
in what way? Wait. In what way have I switched 3 times?
You've been a Cowboys fan, an Eagles fan.
Those have really been the only 2.
Okay.
Those have really been the only two.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah, and yeah, they're rivals. I'm fully aware of that.
Right.
But when Kevin Turner was from Prattville, we knew his family, and so when he went to play for Philadelphia, that's kind of where the being an Eagles fan came from.
Okay.
So.
Okay, and Carrie says it's pro only.
Yeah, I think you are allowed one team switch per lifetime in your adult life. Because when you're a kid, everybody likes the Bulls, and I used to have a Bulls jersey and I can't even remember all the different teams I had a jersey for. When you're a kid, it's one thing.
I still have a Bulls jersey.
Oh, sure. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I guess I'm just saying that, like, when you're a kid, you root for teams and players, and it kind of is fluid based off what's going on in any given season. But as an adult, I would say yes. You're allowed one switch unless you pick up a team, and I'm making this rule for myself, unless you pick up a team from the other conference or league that's not in the same one. So Mets to the Cubs would take up your one switch, you're done. But when I moved down here and picked up the Rays, or like when I went out to Anaheim and really started enjoying what the Angels were all about, they're in the American League. That's different from the Braves. Now, if I said I was going to go root for the Dodgers full time, that would be my team switch. But I picked up an American League team. That's not the same thing.
I will say the other caveat, too, is the one caveat for me, because growing up, I was a Cowboys fan. But when the Titans moved local, that's now my team.
Yeah.
So you have one free agent switch, but then you also have you can switch if a team moves closer to you and becomes your hometown team. Now, if Nashville ever gets a Major League Baseball team, I'm not switching unless it's an American League team, because the Braves are my team.
Yeah, that would be a hard one, man.
Yeah.
That would be tough to switch from.
So, all right. Tonight, we are doing a bracket of minor league teams, craziest, zaniest, wackiest minor league team names. And I had the arduous task tonight, or this afternoon, of making this bracket. I went through, I had the entire list of all teams, all minor league teams, all affiliations of minor league teams. Can you zoom in on that, Adam, so we can?
Give me one. I'm trying to get all the graphics off the screen. Hang on.
Yeah.
Let me go over to it and zoom in.
Yeah, we'll start with, we'll call them the Trash Pandas bracket.
Okay.
So,
well, let's say that. Go ahead, talk this, and then I just have one thing to say before we get started. Go ahead.
The way I did this was this bracket, this side of the bracket is all American League teams. The other side of the bracket is all National League teams.
Yep.
And Kerry, I don't think the Albuquerque Isotopes are on this because that that is such a well-known team, and it's not exactly a weird team name either, because it's been in The Simpsons for years. and so that's why I didn't pick them.
Yeah.
So let's go through this list. What were you going to say, Adam?
No, I was just going to say, I think one of the reasons, like I said, my buddy Greg at work, he buys minor league hats. Doesn't matter if they're an affiliate of the team he roots for or not. The crazier the logo, he buys it. He's got one. And I have to say, when the Fire Frogs were here, and they are in the bracket, even though they've folded and moved on, but when they were here and going to the 51s games, you and I went to a Barons game before.
Yeah,
I've been to the Biscuits. I love minor league baseball games. You're close to the action. You can pick whatever seat you want. They've got the craziest little promos. And so for me, this is enjoyable for me, even if you don't like baseball, because look at some of this stuff, man. The Rocket City Trash Pandas, the Kannapolis Cannonballers. It's just fun, and I love that they don't care how crazy they get. They don't take themselves too seriously. So anyway, that's why we're doing this.
Yep. So Jeffrey Martin, before we get into this, Martin made great. I have to do a caveat on this, and this is a rule that Adam and I followed for this bracket.
Yeah.
Because Jeffrey, you made a great suggestion for another team that were independent teams, an independent league team. I can't remember what the name was. Their mascot was weird looking. It was a corn stalk that's eyes were like Satan looking. But that team, and then my coworker Alex Durham made a great comment about a team called the Macon Bacon.
Yep.
They are not minor league affiliates.
And the Savannah Bananas.
And the Savannah Bananas. So, Kerry, you don't get ahead of me now, man. So I am going to say we did this just on minor leagues, knowing that, yeah, there you go, the normal corn belters, knowing that there's the corn belters, there's the Macon Bacon, there's the Savannah Bananas. I mean, there's all these cool names that are not minor league affiliation. So here we go. Let's start with the Trash Panda bracket in the American League division. So we've got the Stockton Ports at the 10 seed versus the Fayetteville Woodpeckers. I picked the Stockton Ports because a port as your minor league team name, why?
Yeah.
I mean, who wins this one? I'm going to give this to the Woodpeckers just because their logo is freaking cool.
Yeah, I'm not the story behind it's not. I mean, this one type of red-crested woodpecker used to be very prevalent in that area, and then it started to die off and has become endangered. But for me, the thing about the ports is like that's not even like a
right.
It's like a random noun, and I get that it goes to like that they have a lot of ports in that area, that kind of thing. But it could have been something about the people or a thing. Just a port can't, I don't know. I know some of this stuff is ridiculous. Like a biscuit can't either, I just wasn't really that name and the logo don't blow me away. Fayetteville Woodpeckers is the one I picked here too.
Yeah. And so for people that are just now coming in, Jeffrey Martin asks, are we going for the best or worst name here? We're not going for either. We're going for the zaniest, maybe. The zaniest, the craziest, and the one that really makes the most sense with the mascot.
Yep.
So, all right.
One that's most impressive too in some of these. There's some of these that are just awesome.
Right. All right.
Go ahead.
So let's go down in the list, and we'll go down to the 8-7 seed here. The Inland Empire 66ers versus the Loyal Spinners.
Lowell, yeah.
Lowell, sorry. Hey, Woodpeckers are up top. Woodpeckers are up against the Trash Pandas.
I'm copying and pasting so that I can type in later, Dave. I don't need to be told to use the computer, but I appreciate your concern.
I'm just making sure. All right.
Placeholder. I'll type placeholder. Does that help?
No, it doesn't. Erase that, please. All right. So, just because now looking, I didn't see the Spinners mascot. But I'm going to go with the 66ers on this one for two reasons.
Okay.
One, I know the 66ers are about the Route 66, but why is your logo a guy with a wrench?
Thank you. Exact same thought. Yeah.
So we're going with the 66ers on this one just because it's the weirdest one.
Yeah, I'm going the opposite way for that same reason, though. The 66ers, you put these two together. One is about Route 66. I get cars, mechanics. There's some kind of connection there because Route 66 was like a road trip thing. But for the Lowell Spinners, they had a very significant history of spinning cotton in Lowell. And they're actually old mill buildings right next to the stadium.
Oh.
And so I'm going to go with the Lowell Spinners because the name fits with a very deep part of their history and the logo and everything kind of all go together. So it fits into a package. The man with the wrench thing threw me off on the 66ers. If it had been like a greaser or, something like that, it might've made a little more sense, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, I've called my wife in. She is doing our break or tiebreaker.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's see if she'll just answer the phone.
Hey, Jeffrey said Route 66 cars need mechanics. Totally got it. I totally get it. I just think the Spinners thing fits in better with the history and how they did it.
So Amanda, we need a tiebreaker already. You ready?
Yes.
All right. So your choices are, this is for the weirdest and zaniest team name, okay, for minor league baseball. The Inland Empire 66ers or the Lowell Spinners.
Can you repeat my options, please?
The Inland Empire 66ers or the Lowell Spinners?
They're both pretty odd, but I think I'll go with the 66ers.
Good answer. Good answer. All right. Well, if we need another tiebreaker, we'll call you back. Love you.
Oh, okay. Love you.
Oh.
All right. See,
that was brave of you to use a lifeline this early in the game of Millionaire, Dave.
Well, we
what that
did use
felt
a
like.
lifeline. We have to have somebody to
No,
tie.
it felt like I was on Millionaire. I was getting excited there for a second. All right.
So you the next one, your wife. We can call your wife.
Okay.
All right. So
Are we
now,
going to
no,
which one
go
next?
up. Now let's do the actual bracket. Fayetteville Woodpeckers versus the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Without any discussion, you know where my heart's going to go with this. I got to go with my old. No, I've got to go with. I've got to go with what brung me. We got to go with my Trash Pandas.
Yeah, I'm going to agree on this one. I think that the whole like raccoon in a spacesuit, the trash can is a rocket ship. Hilarious. I love it. It's exactly what a minor league logo should be. So I'm going to go with Rocket City Trash Pandas as well.
Okay, awesome. All right. This one, I have Carrie, you brought up a good point in the live feed here. The Kannapolis team is no longer the Kannapolis Intimidators.
Yep.
We're doing Kannapolis Cannonballers versus the Corpus Christi Hooks. I have to vote against the Cannonballers because when you defame the name of the Intimidator, you lose my respect.
Yeah.
While the Cannonballers is a really sick and cool name, and the mascot is even better.
But they kept the mustache, though, you know?
They did. And they kept the eyes. They kept the helmet like he always wore.
Yeah.
I like it. But I think if you're going to go with that, the whole team name should have just been the Kannapolis Ballers.
Yeah.
I agree with Carrie on this. Automatic loss for Kannapolis.
And you have Dale Earnhardt's estate to thank for that.
Oh, yeah. Teresa is
Always.
horrible.
Always. And I'll tell you what, Dave, I'm not going to argue with you because you're so passionate about this one. I will let that one go, and I'll say Corpus Christi Hooks as well.
What were you going to say before I went through?
Honestly, with this one, I'm 50-50. I mean, this was one of the ones that hang on, let me make sure I can type right. This was one of the ones that you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Water went down the wrong pipe.
Wow. This was one of the ones I think both of them make sense. I might lean a little more towards Cannonballers because of the logo, but I agree that having an opportunity to be the Intimidators and then losing that opportunity, it's going to cost you some points. So,
do you remember the hat too for the Intimidators?
I had never seen the hat. No, I heard the name.
It was just two eyes staring at you.
Really?
Very, very intimidating.
But not friendly eyes like the Chattanooga Lookouts.
No.
Intimidating eyes.
Intimidating eyes. And not Betty Davis eyes, but
Okay, thank you. Awesome. Okay.
All right. The 2-8. No, 2-8.
Yeah, 2-8.
Bracket here. The Down East Wood Ducks versus the Inland Empire 66ers. First off, what the heck is a wood duck? Are we talking about the mallard?
Yes.
Right.
Species of duck, yes.
Right. But is it, when they call it a wood duck, is it the decoys that hunters use?
No, it's the species of duck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so wood ducks win this. And before we go into any more, let me ask, who do you have winning this?
Okay, so I had the Spinners going further, obviously, but the 66ers are going to take it in my book because they at least have the tie to Route 66. Reading the history of the Down East Wood Ducks, the city and the people that live there do not like the name Down East because you don't know where that is. They don't really – the town they're in isn't part of what's considered Down East. And then all the fans voted against wood ducks, but they used it anyway. So they went in a complete opposite direction than what the fans of that team wanted in both the city name and the mascot.
Their mascot's name is Woody.
Okay, yeah.
Take it as you will. Their mascot's name is Woody.
Yeah, we have another tie, Dave, on this one. To me, they do not deserve to move forward.
All right. Well, then your wife is not breaking this tie.
I don't even know if she's listening. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
This is going to be some editing later. You might have to call Amanda while I prep her to be ready for the next one, Dave, so we don't sit here in silence.
Well, it's fine. Okay. Do you want me to go ahead and call her?
I mean, I just like to keep it moving.
Okay. Well, I'll call her then. Let's see.
Yes.
All right. Adam is tied, has disagreed with me again. So you get to choose between your favorite Inland Empire 66ers or the Down East Wood Ducks.
Oh, the Wood Ducks win.
Okay. Thank you very much, honey. I love you.
Love you.
So, Adam.
Shameful.
Huh?
Shameful.
Well,
even our listeners are saying that no one likes a dictator in the front office, and that's what we have here. But they've been rewarded.
They have. Why are we just you and I talking again?
I don't know, Dave.
But everyone else on here was
happened?
I don't know. You took it away.
It closed somehow. Let me bring it back up.
Carrie says Wood Ducks by a landslide. Jeffrey says a duck that lives in the trees is what the Wood Ducks are. And then Carrie says, boo, nobody likes a dictator in the front office. I mean, I think most people are saying Wood Ducks win this one.
Okay, that's fine.
So we have one more if you can pull up the
Yep, I got it.
Okay, all right. So let's go down here. The Lansing Lugnuts is as the 4 seed versus the Akron Rubber Ducks.
Yes.
I like both of these, and both of these are incredibly awesome.
Yeah.
But I know why both of them are called the what they are.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got to say, I think we're going to have a Duck v. Duck.
Yes, I agree.
In the next round.
I agree. I mean, there's so many ways you could have gone with Akron's because of all the tires, right? And that being the main driving force behind the name. Rubber Ducks is just a great putting two things together, play on words. So, yeah, I agree with that one. And I like their mascot, too, or their logo. That's pretty awesome.
I really like the Lansing Lugnuts logo as well.
Yeah.
But I think that there was no wrong answer with this one, but I think the Rubber Ducks is the better way to go.
All right, so we're going to quack, quack, quack in the next round then.
Yep. Let me ask you, do we want to go ahead and finish this bracket all the way out to the final?
Let's play this one through. Yeah, let's play this through.
Back up to now we're at the 1-5 or 1-6 matchup. My Rocket City Trash Pandas versus the Corpus Christi Hooks. I got to keep riding the train that brought me. Trash Pandas advance.
I agree with that. Like I said, I think that the Trash Pandas is one of the best logos / naming combinations that there's been in quite a while in minor league baseball. So yeah. I agree. Now
let's go down to the Duck v. Duck. Akron Rubber Ducks as a 3 seed versus the Down East Wood Ducks as the 2 seed. I think going with the mascot of Woody is what's going to have me go to winning this. We're going to have chalk in this first bracket.
All right, let me call Blair real quick.
Okay.
Because I've got to go Rubber Ducks. Like I said, I think that's one of the inventive play on words that any of the teams have. So give me 1 second.
Okay.
This is exciting. Everybody's getting involved this week.
Hello.
Hey there.
Hey.
All right, so you get to choose between the Down East Wood Ducks or
no. There's no sway.
She can't hear you, Dave. The Down East Wood Ducks or the Akron Rubber Ducks.
Okay. I would go with the Rubber Ducks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
There is no swaying of the wives. They are external judges, and they are supposed to be not bipartisan here.
I have narcolepsy. I fell asleep in the middle of the question. I can't help it.
I didn't sway Amanda on either one of them, even though she went with me on both of them.
Mm-hmm. That's because she can hear you upstairs. She can hear every word you're saying.
No, my room is soundproofed. All right.
All right. So let's finish this one out.
This is tough. Both teams are good. Both are great team names. Both are very, very regional specific. But I think, and you're going to call some shenanigans on this, and you know it's Amanda's start. And you know who that Amanda will agree with me because we are both from the Rocket City. There are so many levels Ah, Blair. There's so many levels of Rocket City Trash Pandas. We are known for our space exploration. We have a lot of raccoons here. And they could have said Rocket City Raccoons. They could have been the Huntsville Raccoons.
It's true.
It could have been the Madison Raccoons. But I think the way they went about it to appease everybody in the region, and they did a region-wide vote. And the owner of the Trash Pandas has said that they have had people from across the world buying Trash Pandas gear.
I bet.
I've got the Trash Pandas winning this round.
I agree, and I don't call shenanigans at all. It's like I said, they've done one of the better jobs. And again, I go back to a raccoon in a spacesuit. End of conversation. So I got the Trash Pandas going ahead myself.
All right. Well, be glad that we didn't have to go with Amanda on this because she would have picked her.
All right, what do we got on here?
Jerry said they messed up on the true mascot name, though. Oh, okay. His name is Sprocket. So, Carrie, what should Sprocket's name have been?
Sputnik.
No, that's Russian, man.
I know.
Okay. So, while Carrie's telling us what his name should have been, and for those that don't know, Carrie is a good friend of mine, and Adam's. He's talked with Adam a few times.
Sure.
That was the mascot for Huntsville's minor league hockey team. So he knows mascots pretty well.
Yeah.
He said could have gone with Apollo or Cosmo.
Sure.
Okay. I like those. I would have gone, Apollo is great, especially since the Saturn V was built here. You could have gone just 5. And his name, and he'd be called V.
Yeah.
And it'd be the 5.
I like that. Yeah.
And, oh my gosh, why didn't they think of this? You could go with Sprocket. You could have gone with Apollo, but his jersey number would have been 5.
Yeah, just a V.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the same thing that plagued the Biscuits too, was they brought all that together. People hated the Biscuits at first and they came to love it. But their mascot is this weird elephant looking thing called Big Mo.
Well, okay. Do you know why it's the elephant?
No.
I think the Rays have an elephant that walks around their park as well.
Okay.
And they're the minor league affiliate for the Rays.
I thought that was the Athletics.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Yeah. But still, everybody, I know the Big Mo is Momentum and Montgomery. I get it. But everybody said, I remember when they first did that, everybody was like, oh, they called it Mo because they think we're a bunch of morons.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Gary said his name is Saturn and his number is 5.
Perfect.
That would have fit perfectly.
Or Apollo and his number is 11. I mean, you could have done a number of things on that one. Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Here we are on the bottom of the American League bracket. Number 10, the Mahoning Valley Scrappers versus the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. The Blue Wahoos are, we know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
We know, and it's a cool name, but you have to really look into it to see what a Blue Wahoo is.
Mm-hmm.
You're not automatically say, oh, yeah, that's a fish. But then when you say the Scrappers, I had to look to see what their team logo was. Why are they a bulldog? What are they built on a scrapyard? What's the point? So I don't know.
But there's nothing there. The thing that I read said they chose Scrappers because they felt that the city would call themselves Scrappy. And so they went with Scrappers, and Scrapper meant a bulldog, like a junkyard dog. When you have to manufacture something.
Right.
But Blue Wahoos, they did a fan vote. One of the fans submitted that. They put it to a vote, and everybody overwhelmingly went with that. Yeah. Because it fits the region. So I would go with Blue Wahoos myself.
That's where I was leaning as well. Just because it's a cool name, it's a cool logo, and all that fun stuff.
Sure.
And Carrie says because the ballpark is unreal.
Okay. Well, when we go to Pensacola for our line dancing trip, we'll go to a game.
Yeah, we're going to have to. By the way, we might have talked about an unrelated at birth meetup in Pensacola for a line dancing. Apparently, there's a good country line dancing bar.
Like in 2021, we're not talking anytime soon.
Yeah. We might have an unrelated at birth meetup, and it's in the middle of where Adam and I live. So
that's right.
Boom, right there. All right. So let's go down to the next play-in game.
All right.
The Everett Aqua Sox versus the Vermont Lake Monsters.
Yeah.
Now, what? Why? Who? Both of these. Who? Why?
The Vermont Lake Monsters, there is a lake close to where this team plays. I can't remember the name of the monster, but there is an old legend of a monster in that lake. So that one makes sense regionally. The problem I have with the logo is when I look at that, I see Ninja Turtle.
I do too. I see Leonardo.
But Everett...
Or Donatello.
Or Donatello, yeah. Everett, being a Mariners affiliate, the E looks like the old Mariners M, you know?
Yeah.
And there's a type of tree frog up in that area where it's prevalent, you know?
But when you do socks like that,
Yeah.
I immediately think that you're a White Sox or a Red Sox affiliate.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Lake Monsters just because I think that Everett could have done things better.
I agree. I was going to go with the Lake Monsters as well. So, yep.
Ooh, Carrie just texted me a picture of the Blue Wahoos Park. Yeah, that's Purdy.
They play at Funko Stadium?
Everett Aqua Sox do.
Yeah. So Jeffrey said Lake Champlain and the monster's name is Champ. Yeah.
Okay.
So it has something to do with the history of the region. So they win by default almost.
Yep. All right. So let's go back up. The Pensacola Blue Wahoos versus the Norwich Sea Unicorns.
Sea Unicorns.
Honestly, I like both of these team names, but
Yeah.
I love the Sea Unicorns for their logo and the team name, just because it's awesome. I'm going with Unicorns on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you because the Blue Wahoos, I love their logo. The fish is awesome. I even really like the color combinations there. But the little narwhal that the Sea Unicorns has a tattoo on his arm, man. I mean, he looks almost like Popeye the Sailor Man. So, yeah, we're going to go with that one, too. Which one of those would you rather have a picture with in the ballpark, you know, if that was their walk-around mascot? So
Carrie says Sea Unicorns win the whole thing.
Ooh. That's going to be a tough bill. Let's see if they can make it.
So you've got them beating the Trash Pandas.
Uh-oh. They have words.
All right. All right. The Modesta Nuts versus the Charleston River Dogs. I got to go with the Nuts just because of the nuts.
Yeah, I mean,
that logo is great. It's amazing.
Yeah, they grow a lot of nuts in that region, evidently. The River Dogs, though, the mascot there is, or the logo there is a misnomer because the River Dog was actually, they used to say that there were rats so big at the docks in Charleston that they called them River Dogs.
Right.
And they have an actual dog. It's like, no, you should have made a play with the rat, man. Because you got to stay true to it. This is minor league baseball, and I think they took the easy way out by doing a little golden retriever-looking dog. So I'm going to go with the Modesto Nuts as well.
Yep. I like the Nuts to win in this sense.
Next one up.
And Blair has a good point. Baseball and peanuts go together.
Perfect.
Adam, we got to go with, can we call this your hometown team? Or they were gone before, by the time
they moved, the O-Rays moved from Orlando to Montgomery the year I moved down here. Was the first season they were in Montgomery, so I just missed them.
All right. So we got to go against the Biscuits. No. So the Montgomery Biscuits versus the Vermont Lake Monsters. Now, first off, maybe you can tell me this. Why is the Montgomery team called the Biscuits?
I honestly don't know a lot of the history. There was a fan vote, and I think they did the same kind of thing they usually do. They landed on the Biscuits, but the thing, I mean, it's all about the region. It's the food in the region. I mean, it's obviously Southern food, but I think the biggest thing that I like about the Biscuits is how they have gone all in on this. The store in the stadium is called the Biscuit Basket, and everybody's embraced it. And they even had on Forrest Gump night, they made, I don't know if it was this previous season or the one before, but they did Forrest Gump night, and they made a fake mascot and sold a hat for it of the Greenbow Biscuits, saying that they were from the town originally that Forrest Gump was in, and then they moved to Montgomery, but it was Greenbow, Alabama. So they did this whole Forrest Gump thing, and it looks like an old vintage 30s logo. So they've gone all in on it. So I'm going to pick the Biscuits. I'm a little bit partial to them. I've got some merch. There's actually interesting story. One of our good luck charms in the Operations Command Center backstage at Disney World, when we first started that back in like 2005, 2006, to this day, it's moved 5 locations. There's still a Montgomery Biscuits little plush guy sitting on top of the TV where they look at weather. to this day.
Because
So-
of you?
Because of me. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
That was our good luck charm. So I'm going to pick
Biscuit.
the biscuits.
Biscuits move on. It's hanging in there like a hair on a biscuit. All right. Carrie, put this on the screen. They should do like Lambert's and have the vendors throw biscuits in the crowd during the game.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like
Come
that.
on. Come
Who
on.
wouldn't love to have a biscuit thrown at him?
I know, right? Home of the throwed rolls. All right. The 3-4 matchup in this region, the New Hampshire Fisher Cats versus the Wilmington Blue Rocks. First off, what the devil is a blue rock?
There is a blue granite that is prevalent in that area,
Yes, but they have a logo of a moose.
which is also prevalent in that area. They did what they could.
Jeffrey Martin for the last one. Can we choose neither? Both names are bad. I
Yeah,
agree.
Delaware and New Hampshire need to get a life.
Because New Hampshire also, what's a Fisher Cat?
It's a little thing like an otter.
But it looks like a mountain lion in their logo.
Yeah, it's definitely not a mountain lion.
I agree with Carrie. I'm going with this one just because I'm going with the Fisher Cats because their mascot looks better.
Yes.
So I'm going with New Hampshire Fisher Cats on this one. Your dad says cats, paws down.
I agree, and I don't know if it's part of me. Let me finish typing real quick. I don't know. Maybe part of me is just more drawn to these more modern-looking logos, but I think that one is better by far,
You know
just
what
from a
Fisher
logo
Cat-
standpoint.
You know what the logo reminds me of?
What?
The 1999 Alabama logo
Yeah, with the elephant. Yeah.
with the elephant sitting on top of Bama.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. All right. So let's go to our no, hold up. We got to play it out.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. There we
All
go.
right. The Sea Unicorns versus the Nuts.
Mm.
All right, Carrie, your Unicorns will win this one, but just on a technicality.
Well, you're voting for the unicorns.
I'm voting for the Unicorns on this one.
I'm going with the Nuts because I agree Nuts go with baseball. That statement has given me more appreciation for that than I had originally.
All right.
Let's call the replay center.
Let's see what Amanda says. She's not in.
Yes.
The Norwich Sea Unicorns versus the Modesto Nuts.
Nuts.
So, how about this? The logos. The Sea Unicorn, the logo is a narwhal with a little tattoo on his arm holding a bat.
The harpoon
Modesto-
gun, actually.
And a harpoon, I'm sorry. And the Modesto Nuts is a family of peanuts with the little kid holding a baseball and the dad has a bat on his shoulder.
So you're telling me the unicorns have a narwhal instead of unicorn?
Yes.
Yeah, gotta go with that.
So the unicorns win.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Love you. Bye.
Love you, bye.
All right.
The jury has spoken.
I don't know how you guys are coordinating, but you're coordinating somehow.
I know this is weird. I thought it would go different. All right. The Montgomery Biscuits versus the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Hands down. Just don't even.
I mean, just move the biscuits down, right?
Yeah, Biscuits win this one.
Yeah.
All right. Unicorns versus the Biscuits. Carrie, I'm sorry. I've gone with you enough. Biscuits take this one in my book.
I agree. So it's going to come down to my hometown versus your hometown then.
So this is actually a rivalry that can actually take place.
Yeah.
But let's not play the Final Four yet.
All right.
So now we go to the National League region. What the hell is a Williamsport cross cutter?
It's a lumberjack.
Okay.
It's a reference to the lumber industry.
Versus the Great Lakes Loons. See, the Great Lakes lose it for me because they could have done so much with Loon.
Yeah.
You could have done a comedy character. You could have done a Looney Tune. Get something with Warner Brothers and get
Right.
an offshoot of Bugs Bunny or something.
Yep.
Crosscutters.
And let's just be straight up. That shade of hunter green belongs nowhere on a baseball uniform.
Nowhere. It should have stayed in the 90s. And I love the 90s. My bedroom in the 90s was hunter green, cream with hunter trim.
Yeah.
But the Crosscutters got to win this one.
Yep.
All right, the next play-in bracket. The Asheville Tourists versus the Wichita Wind Surge. The Tourist is such a misnomer. No one's going to Asheville to be a tourist.
But here's the thing, though, that they've been called that since the early 1900s, and it was actually the sports media there that gave them that name.
Okay.
But the Wind Surge, when they moved the team to Wichita and named them the Wind Surge, and there was actually a change.org position from the fans to change the name and the mascot. They hate it so much.
Really?
Really.
So hearing that makes me go with the Tourists.
Yeah, me too. And if you think about it, Wichita could have done anything with weather, tornadoes, anything in that thing. And you did a horse with wings and wind surge. I mean,
yeah, but it's cool though, because Wichita, they've got the wind turbines there.
How about the Wichita Supercells? You could have gone a total the mascot could have been a weatherman.
But I like it because it's alliteration. Anytime.
How about Storm Chasers?
Wichita Storm Chasers? No.
Yeah.
Look, the Tourist win.
Where did Twister happen?
Kansas.
Where's Wichita?
Kansas.
There you go.
All right, fine. All right, the Tourists win this one. Now let's go up and play it out.
All right.
Yeah. Kerry's now switching his allegiances. So we'll talk about that here in a minute. You can't jump the gun on us, Kerry. You've done it a lot.
Right.
The Amarillo Sod Poodles.
Oh yeah, man.
Versus the Williamsport Crosscutters.
I love it. I love the Sod Poodles.
There's no discussion. The Sod Poodles have won this one.
And for those of you in Radio Land that can't see this, the logo is a circle and it says Amarillo Sod Poodles. And there are 3 prairie dogs wearing cowboy hats kind of tilted to the side with mean looks on their faces. It's just so perfect for minor league baseball. I love it.
Yeah, it is Texas and it is minor league baseball.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's no doubt. All right. Jeffrey Martin has jumped the gun on us here. The Fort Wayne Tin Cups versus the Gwinnett Stripers. Now, you're a fisherman.
Yes. I love Gwinnett's logo.
I do too. Jeffrey made a great point here. Gwinnett left out a P in the word striper.
Oh, no, they didn't.
Just to make it look like a striped bass. First off, let's talk about the Fort Wayne Tin Cups.
Sure.
Is that Attack of the Red Tomato or Bob the Tomato wearing a
No, that is Johnny Appleseed. So it's an apple with a pot on its head, like a metal pot on its head. So Johnny Appleseed lived his last few years in Fort Wayne. And so they named themselves the Tin Cups for the hat he wore. But on the other side, you've got the Gwinnett Stripers, whose logo is a bass, and there's a fishing lure in the water that's a baseball with a hook on it.
Yeah.
I mean,
look, I know some people might call foul here because we're all Braves fans, and Gwinnett is the AAA affiliate for the Atlanta Braves. There's no way Gwinnett doesn't win this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they're going to lose the next round anyway. So let's let Gwinnett have this.
Let them have it for a moment. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. The Asheville Tourists versus the Rocky Mountain Vibes. Now, Adam, you've got their main logo here on this.
I do, and I wish I had the other one.
If you had the Rocky Mountain logo that has the little s'mores,
oh yeah,
with the graham cracker on the side and the little flame coming off the s'more,
oh yeah,
that sells it for me. Rocky Mountain Vibe wins this one. Now, the only other way Rocky Mountain would make a better logo and I hate to say this, but what is legal in Colorado?
Yeah.
If the Rocky Mountain Vibe had a green man walking around that looked like a leaf, and you're still the Vibe, I mean, come on.
I mean, you could have gone John Denver, right? Rocky Mountain High. You could have
Oh
named
my
the team
God.
the High.
Now, I almost want to pick the Tourists just because they missed an opportunity. But we
No,
won't.
I like the Vibes have a good logo. Their main logo is pretty good. I love the colors because again, this is minor league baseball. Crazy colors are in, but the except for that particular shade of hunter green up there. But there is one hat they have too that is the stick from here, and it's got a marshmallow on the end of it with a bite taken out of it that looks like the Colorado Sea. Just the creativity there is just really great. So
Carrie says the mascot's name is Mary J.
oh
If
gosh.
it's not, then they're missing an opportunity.
Well, you know.
All right. First off, okay, the 4-3 matchup, Batavia Muck Dogs. You misspelled it, or did I do that?
You misspelled that, yeah.
Oh, my
It's
bad.
okay. It's all good.
The Batavia Muck Dogs versus the Missoula Paddleheads. Hey, Sarah. What do we go with here? Because both of these are awesome.
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 What is a muck dog?
I don't know, but the only thing that could have made it, why couldn't they name it the Up Dogs?
They'd be like, what's up, dog?
What's up, dog? I don't know, and I don't know what a paddlehead is.
I think it's in reference to a moose having those big horns, you know?
Yes, but I agree with Carrie here. The Muck Dogs logo is A1 grade amazing.
I'm not a fan of it, but
Okay, so who's winning this?
and we're gonna have to make a phone call.
All right, it's your wife's time.
Do, 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 do.
Do you not have her on speed dial?
I had to unlock my phone first.
Does your face not do it?
How many questions are you going to ask me about my phone usage?
I don't know.
What kind of cell phone plan do you have? Hello? Uh-oh.
Do you have bad coverage in your house?
No, we have Wi-Fi assist. Okay, I can't hear him.
Did she just F you button you?
Oh, no. It was running. I just couldn't hear him.
Hey,
Hey there. All right.
hey.
So the Batavia Muck Dogs
Okay.
versus the Missoula Paddleheads. The
Okay,
Muck
what is a
Dogs.
mutt dog?
The Muck Dog. Exactly. We said they should have named them the Up Dogs, right? The Muck Dog is a dog that's been like in mud and he's like over a broken fence. The Paddleheads is like a moose and a paddle for a bat on the logo.
The dog looks
Okay,
like
I gotta go with
Hercules.
paddleheads.
Paddleheads.
The dog looks
I
like
gotta go with
Hercules from
Paddleheads.
Sandlot.
Hang on, I can't. What did you say? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Dave was screaming at me.
Paddleheads.
Paddleheads. All right, thank you.
You're
All right,
welcome.
bye.
The dog looks like Hercules from Sandlot.
Missoula Paddleheads. There we go. All right.
Fine. Okay. The
Fine.
one. The Sod Poodles versus the Stripers. Sorry, Stripers, you had your day in the sun.
I got to stick with them though. I'm a big fishing guy, you know.
Oh, okay.
I got to stick with the Stripers. As much as I like the Sod
Really?
Poodles and I think it's great, I've got to stick with the Stripers.
Okay.
Oh, this is fun.
Yes.
The Amarillo Sod Poodles versus the Gwinnett Stripers.
Sod poodles.
You got to be kidding me.
Thank you, honey. I love you.
No question. I love you.
She's either watching us or she can hear you. I'm telling you right now.
No, she's on the other side of the house, man.
It was the no question.
Oh,
Anyway.
because Sod Poodles are so cool.
Whatever, Trevor. All right.
And there's no question in this one. The vibe.
Oh, the vibes move on for sure.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I just have an updated text here from my friend Jason Porter. Dave, get Adam about joining the league. You're not in yet.
I'll get right on that, Rose.
Okay. Just okay. All right, so we can't do the Final Four yet. Oh wait, no, we got this.
This isn't the Final Four yet.
Okay, this is the Elite Eight.
The Elite Eight.
Sod Poodles versus the Rocky Mountain Vibe. Carrie, I don't want you to break this tie because I know who you're picking. And I'm picking the Sod Poodles to win this.
Oh, I'm going with the Vibes. Oh man, we're getting down to some angst here, man.
Do we want to okay, we'll let Blair do this.
No, we're going to stick with this
Okay.
at least one more time.
Hey,
Hey there. The Amarillo Sod Poodles or the Rocky Mountain Vibes?
Morning.
oh, I got to go with the Vibes.
Thank you.
Okay,
All right, bye.
bye.
Up from San Antonio.
If I can be honest, I was already searching for Vibes hats before. So she already knows about the Vibes. So that's probably
Okay.
why she picked that. Anyway,
Everything
all right.
that I got is just what I got on. Okay, anyway. I ain't got a lot. What I got is mine. I ain't rich, but Lord, I'm free.
Amarillo just lost.
Amarillo's where I'll be. Okay.
All right, here we go.
The Columbus Fireflies
Yes.
versus the Daytona Tortugas.
Tortuga sea turtles.
Yes. And
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
That neon greeny yellow color is one of my favorite colors in sports. I love it when teams incorporate that. It matches the area because there are, I think, state parks around that are known for their like synchronized fireflies specifically. But they have parts of things on their jerseys. You'll never see it because the lights are never off. But they have parts of their jerseys that have glow in the dark stuff put on them, just in kind of tribute to the fireflies. So it's just those extra little touches. So I'm going with the Fireflies on this one. So I take it you're saying Tortugas, sea turtles.
The Columbia Fireflies versus the Daytona Tortugas, which is a turtle, a sea turtle.
Well, I like fireflies. So I'm going to choose that one.
Wrong answer. Okay, thank you. This is the first time you've gone against me, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Sorry.
It's
Okay.
just a matter of time.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye. Okay, fine.
Carrie said it too.
Yes, I know. All right. 8-7. The Biloxi Shuckers versus the Clinton Lumber Kings. Adam, pick your shot.
Yeah, the Lumber Kings just doesn't do much for me. It's kind of, what are we known for? Lumber. All right, Lumber Kings it is, you know. But at the same time, I'm not a big oyster fan. But when I think Biloxi, I think casinos. I think, you know, that type of thing. So maybe the Biloxi One-Armed Bandits would have been better or something like that.
Right.
I have to go with the Shuckers because their logo does a little bit more in terms of minor league baseball. It's not just words. I think there's a lot more there being done, but it's not by much.
All right. We're going to call a new person now.
Are you saying the Lumber Kings?
Hello?
Carrie Loney.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Not much, sir. I need between the Clinton Lumber Kings or the Biloxi Shuckers.
I'm going with the Lumber King because I don't like the Shuckers for history reasons purposely only.
I believe that you and I are of like mind with this.
Yeah, forget the Shucker Kings. They should never have existed.
They should still be the Huntsville Stars.
Exactly.
Oh, that's what
All
this
right.
is about.
Thank you, sir. Talk to you later, man.
You're welcome.
Bye.
That's what this is about.
The Biloxi Shuckers stole my beloved Huntsville Stars.
I'm sorry. Well, you got the Trash Pandas, so.
But they should still be. And by the way, I called Carrie before I saw his comment in the chat.
Yeah, sure you did.
I need this to be known. All right. Blair's your turn next, by the way.
Yeah.
Columbia Fireflies versus the Binghamton Rumble Ponies.
I think if you're going to go and make a baseball team name and logo that's based off of carousel horses, you got to do a lot with it. I think they did as much as they could with it, but I really like the Fireflies, so I'm going to take the 10 seed in this one and push them through as far as I can.
Call your wife.
Well, you got to give your thoughts too. We're jumping straight to the phone call.
The Rumble Ponies, because dude, look at the logo. It's Cinderella's horse with an iron mask.
Yeah. Okay.
Call your
Let's
wife.
call her up.
Hey.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Columbia Fireflies or Binghamton Rumble Ponies?
Okay. I got to go with the Fireflies. Rumble Ponies just sounds dumb.
All right, thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Well, sorry.
This is the Columbia Fireflies are Loyola Marymount. I mean, do they have what's the team, the 16 seed?
Oh yeah.
Yep. All right, we've got your beloved Fire Frogs versus the Lee Valley Iron Pigs.
Yeah. I mean, my loyalties are with the Frogs. I mean, even when the Braves were still. Well, I mean, they're gone though, so
right.
I should have worn my Fire Frogs hat, but
they left you. They left you.
They did leave me, but I still that was you. I could take Aiden to a game there, and there were like 5 of us there total, and you could get leave the game with 10 foul balls in your hand, you know. So a lot of good memories there, and actually, I like the Fire Frogs for 2 other reasons. The logo that's actually here, I'll zoom in on a little bit, was the frog that has horns. Because the baseball stadium is right next to where they do the Silver Spurs Rodeo. And they also, when the Braves used to say chop on, they would say hop on as a play on that since they were a Braves affiliate. So I'm going Fire Frogs.
Okay. Let me see if I can get somebody to answer the phone here.
Somebody from Lee Valley.
I don't know if BK's listening.
Your call has been forwarded.
I just got it. Okay. We'll call Amanda. I was just trying to think of different people that could.
Yes.
Oh, are you getting tired of doing this?
We're almost done.
We're almost done. The Florida Fire Frogs versus the Lee Valley Iron Pigs.
What frogs?
Fire, like far.
Like on Frozen?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like on
kinda
Frozen.
that, yeah.
That takes that one.
But the Iron Pigs.
No.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Wow. Oh, how the tables have turned. Fire.
I know.
Frogs. All right.
All right. Lumber Kings versus the El Paso Chihuahuas.
Hey,
Honestly,
Chihuahuas.
Hi, Chihuahua. And for those in Radioland that can't see it, it's a little Chihuahua with a steel, like a
Spike collar.
spike collar.
Yep.
El Paso Chihuahuas win this one in
Yeah. I definitely agree. Like I said, the Lumber Kings is boring. The Chihuahuas is exciting. And that design was submitted by a fan. So that means a lot to me in this race. So El Paso.
El Paso Chihuahuas. All right. The Clearwater Threshers versus the Hartford Yard Goats. First off, what's a yard goat?
A yard goat is a type of car they would attach to a train for certain tasks. And this is adjacent to the Hartford Rail Yard. And so they named him a yard goat because of that type of train, but then they made the mascot an actual goat.
And why the Clearwater Threshers?
Thresher Sharks are off the coast of Clearwater.
Yeah, yard goats win this one.
As much as I want to vote Clearwater, I have to agree. I like the yard goats. It's more creative.
Yep, and I don't want to think about a shark swimming where some people swim.
Nice. All right. So on this one, then, this is the fire round: Fireflies versus Fire Frogs.
The Cinderella team that just won't die, the Columbia Fireflies versus the Fire Frogs. I gotta go Fire Frogs in here because Amanda actually made a good point. It's like the little frog in Frozen 2.
Yeah.
I gotta go Fire Frogs.
They left me. They left me. Yeah, hang on. Let me say this. They left me, and that the sentimentality only carries them so far.
Okay.
On this one, so
Call Blair.
she's going to be shocked that I'm asking this question.
I know, right?
Hello?
So you're not going to believe this. Dave is voting for the Fire Frogs, and I am voting for the Fireflies. I'm not saying that to sway you. I think you're going to find it hard to believe I didn't choose the Fire Frogs. But so Fireflies or Fire Frogs?
Oh my gosh. I cannot believe you didn't
Like
go with
craziest,
Fire Frogs.
zaniest logo, coolest team name, that kind of thing. And it's
Yeah,
perfectly
no.
okay if you go against me.
Man, as a mom, I can't go against Aiden's team.
Okay.
I got to go with Fire Frogs.
All right. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
All right. Bye.
She finally voted with me.
All right. I'm not unhappy about that. But
Yeah, I know. All right. The Fire Frogs move on. Now we got the Yard Goats versus the Chihuahuas.
Chihuahuas.
Yeah, just keep it. El Paso
Just keep
wins.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
El Paso
agree.
wins that.
I agree. Just because he looks so angry. And I think he's got a scar over one eye, too. Do you see that?
He does.
Yeah, he does. Nice.
All right.
All right.
Fire Frogs versus the Chihuahuas. 2 seed wins this one for me just because of that scar. I mean, that's the logo. It's what sells that one.
Yeah, Blair's guilted me into it, so I have to go with Fire Frogs now. I have to switch allegiances back. She guilted me into it.
I can't call Amanda. Carrie,
You better figure out somebody to call.
don't put your.
Everybody hold on to your butts.
2 calls in one night.
Well, Amanda, you heard Amanda's getting tired, so of me calling her.
I can be your phone a friend now.
Okay, yes, and I'm glad you didn't type out what you wanted in this one already. The Florida Fire Frogs versus the El Paso Chihuahuas.
I'm going to vote strictly on the fact of that one of these teams is defunct. Both names are great. Both logos are great. But the Chihuahuas is just the fact that it was a fan-made logo, that takes the cake for me.
Yep, agreed. Thank you, Carrie.
No problem. Here
All right.
for any-
Hi, thanks, man. Bye.
Yeah, I felt bad once Blair said that because then I also remembered we saw Acuna go through there and
Yeah,
all of that just kind of came back. And they're defunct now, Dave. They're defunct. And this is what it was like to be a Fire Frogs fan. I'm for them and they lose. I'm against them and they win. This is what happens when you're a Fire Frogs fan. They left me.
see, it sounds like the Huntsville Stars going to Biloxi. All right.
All right, here we go.
Now a team that won't leave me, the Rocket City Trash Pandas versus the Montgomery Biscuits. And I think we're going to have a war here because I think we're going to vote regionally here because I'm voting for the Trash Pandas.
Sure you are.
Who are you voting for, sir?
So if I sat down tomorrow and thought to myself, who am I going to buy merchandise for based off of the logo package? The Biscuits have 2 things. They either have the biscuit with hands and feet or they've got the M with the biscuit looking around it. The Trash Pandas have taken off in a trash can, a raccoon in a space suit, all these different kinds of things. So I think letting the regional thing aside, in terms of inventiveness and creativeness, I'm putting the Trash Pandas through because I still think that's one of the best logo packages and overall naming things that have been done. Didn't put that very eloquently, but that's my thought. See, there's the R with a raccoon tail. See?
Look, the raccoon tail is the smoke plume.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And the R actually looks like a rocket.
A rocket. Yeah.
Yep.
It's awesome.
So the Trash Pandas
Trash
have
Pandas
won
make it.
the American League.
I'm satisfied with the Biscuits making it to the Final Four, and I think they made it further than I expected them to. So I'm good. I'm
All
good
right.
putting Trash Pandas there.
So we got the Weeds versus the Little Dogs. The Rocky Mountain Vibe versus the El Paso Chihuahuas. I've gone first the last couple times.
Yeah, I like the Chihuahuas, but I think overall the little s'mores guy, the marshmallow on a stick, the way that every C, anywhere a C pops up, it's the Colorado C from the state flag, all of that stuff together, I'm going with the vibes.
Call your dad.
I don't know. Answer the phone. Let's see.
Because Blair has seen you looking up vibe stuff.
Well, my dad's heard me talk about it now. Who do you think he's going to go with?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if this is a fair
Oh, no,
assessment.
yeah, here we go. Here we go. Let's see.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey.
we need your help.
Okay.
The Rocky Mountain Vibes or the El Paso Chihuahuas?
Well, I too like the logo of the Chihuahuas. Got one down the street that barks at me every day I walk by. And like I say, it's just it's a good play on words and a very nice logo.
Okay.
So I'll go with El Paso.
Oh, he's going with El Paso. All right. Thank you very
Virgil,
much.
you're the man.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Wow, man.
All right. We got a 2v1.
All right.
El Paso versus Rocket City.
I mean, there's no way that the Chihuahua beats the Trash Pandas. There's not. I could have argued the vibes against the Trash Pandas and actually been torn a little bit, but this one is just. I mean, you can't.
I don't want to seem like I am locally biased, but Adam's right. There's a way I could have argued the vibe, but I think that we have to go Trash Pandas just because of that logo.
Yeah.
And what they've done with it, the package, the way they've done all of the sprocket in a trash can as a rocket, sprocket with the Madison mission patch, the RC logo here.
Yep.
Whoever their PR guy or whoever their PR team was, amazing.
Oh, here's an interesting little factoid.
Okay.
The s'mores logo. Hang on, I got to pull it up now. Actually, I'm going to put it up there where everybody can see it. Hang on.
Okay.
Let me get one on the screen. Go ahead and Phil.
I was just saying, for those in Radio Land who can't see, Adam is doing more background. I think he's looking for more hats for the Rocky Mountain Vibe.
No. Actually, this is the logo of the Rocky Mountain Vibe, so everybody can see it. The s'mores logo. That is not just a s'more. That's Guy Fieri.
What?
As a s'more. That's
see
what the
it
website
now.
that I pulled that from said. That's Guy Fieri as a s'more. That's why he's wearing sunglasses. That's why the hair is all crazy. Why he's doing this. So yeah,
I see it now. All right.
So anyway,
for those that are just listening to us and haven't caught on the show, you've got to pull that one up.
Yeah.
I think the way the cards lie, mooses, mises, the way the cards fell. I think the Vibe should have won out the National League bracket, but the Chihuahuas were great. But look at all these. I mean, there are 7 different ways that you can do the Rocket City Trash Pandas logos.
Sure.
And they're amazing. That missional patch there where it says Madison, Alabama under it, that looks like a patch that the Apollo 11 guys would have worn.
It does. Yep.
They did a great job.
Well,
and
this one doesn't include the trash can stuff either, so there's actually more than this.
There's 8. That RC that's just red, tell me that doesn't look like the Houston Rockets logo.
It does, yeah.
Carrie says, for what it's worth, I would have voted Chihuahuas over Vibe, but the Final Four was great. Hey,
Awesome.
Shout out. Apparently, our show has gone longer than John Rogers' Travel Tuesday. Travel Tip Tuesday. because John Rogers does a great show live on Tuesday. So if our show ever goes short and you want to see John's Travel Tip Tuesday, go over to his Travelmation site as well. He is a great travel agent. He has not paid us for this ad, John,
Yet.
but I will give it to you for free right now.
This time.
But John, if anybody wants a good travel agent, things are happening at the World of the Mouse. They're not laying off thousands of employees at their hotels like some other places in Orlando.
Is that a shot across side drive there, Dave?
That is a shot across the bow. If you would like to take a great vacation and you're not a member of the Top of the World Lounge, hit up my buddy John Rogers. When I say Top of the World Lounge, DVC member and all that fun stuff. But hit up my buddy John Rogers, Travelmation. He can hook you up with a good vacation. Trust me, I've used him before. If you watch the YouTube I did from December, John made an appearance. Carrie says, now can we do minor league hockey teams soon? Carrie, that might have to be a show that you are on. Hold up just a second. BK is now calling me. BK, you're live on the show. I needed you earlier, but you FU buttoned me.
Really? I'm live on the show right now?
Yeah, I was going to call you to be a tiebreaker between Adam and I, but you FU buttoned me. Thanks.
Well, sorry, I was spending time with my wife watching a show. My bad.
Unacceptable.
Adam says unacceptable.
Unacceptable? Well, nobody cares what Adam says anyways.
Oh! Cleveland coming in hot.
Wow. Isn't there a dumpster fire he has to go put out or something?
Adam says, isn't there a dumpster fire you need to go put out or something?
Yeah, there is actually. It's called COVID. I'm working on it.
Amen.
All right, BK. Talk to you later, buddy.
All right, no problem.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Brad, soon. It sounds like you need neutral Canadian. Eh?
So yeah, Carrie will do minor league hockey teams. Brad can probably have a lot of input into that with hockey.
You know what?
Do you like hockey, Brad? I just made that assumption. I'm sorry that I.
He's from Canada. Of course he likes hockey. Eh?
Sorry, Brad.
I think he's from Edmonton, right, Brad? Or am I making that assumption wrong? But if you're from Edmonton, you probably like the Oilers. And we're on a delay, so he hears us later. Man, we've gone long. I know we've gone long, but Adam, this was a fun show. Do we need to talk about the donuts yet?
I just want let's spend 2 minutes unpacking them for a second, because you made such a wonderful intro to it at the beginning about how vehemently we argued very briefly about this because we wanted to save it for the show. But you have an opinion that cream-filled donuts are an abomination.
They are an abomination because I don't want to bite into a donut and get cream. I would rather bite into a donut and just get that mushy dough.
Do you like eating cupcakes?
Not particularly.
They're awkward to eat, right?
Yeah.
You take and you turn it upside down, put the cream on the inside. You get the best of both. For me, there is nothing better. And I think it was Kyle or it was Eric.
Kyle,
I can't remember who it was.
No, it was either
somebody
Kyle
said that a chocolate glazed Krispy Kreme donut with the cream filled, so the original, is the best. And I agree, because I'm not a huge fan of Krispy Kremes like cream filled donuts that don't have a hole in the middle. But ever since they started doing the glazed, that they then put the cream inside of that where it's got the hole in the middle, I think that's perfect. But I can't remember who that was. But yeah, so that was a pretty animated conversation that we had. And Jeffrey says ding dongs, ho hos, same exact as a cream filled donut. See, that's where for me, if you go to like a Dunkin' Donuts or something like that, I'd agree with that statement that they're kind of the same. But a Krispy Kreme cream filled donut, like an original glazed, for me is like the best of all possible things that you could bring together in the donut world. So it's that's my opinion on it. And Dave told me to keep going, but he walked off. It's hard to have a debate about donuts one-sided. But I think so. Carrie, I have seen the Krispy Kreme that has the Reese's. I want to try that. I'm a little bit nervous too because I'm afraid of what that filling is. But I have seen that, and I do want to try that. So that's one. But
Okay. By the way, Brian says, "Didn't you know you can't say FU on the show?" Didn't know you could say FU on the show. Good to know.
yeah, well, technically you're not supposed to. But
Well, I said
when does
F-
that stop the golden voice of the South?
Well, you are correct, sir, because
Yeah.
I am the golden.
So Jeffrey says ding dongs ho hos same as cream filled donuts from a texture standpoint. Is that where you're coming from with this? Is the texture? Is it the fact that there's cream in there?
It's the texture. I don't like that texture. I like that open feeling. John says it right. Nothing like the Hot Now original glaze from Krispy.
Oh, I agree. But when they take that Hot Now original glazed and they put a little bit of cream in it, why not get the best of both worlds? Now, if you don't like it, that's one thing. If you don't like it, but one of the best things to get Hot Now from a Krispy Kreme is actually their sour cream donut.
Agreed.
Now, great. There's nothing like the hot one. The original melts in your mouth. It's almost like cotton candy, but in donut form. Absolutely wonderful. But the close second place for me is a glazed sour cream. So,
Has anyone brought to mind this comment here?
what's that?
I'm with Dave on this one. Can't stand cream-filled donuts. And
She can't.
Who is that by, Adam?
That's by my wife, Blair. But see, this is part of what I have to do, man. Is nobody else likes really dark chocolate but me. Nobody likes black licorice but me. Nobody likes cream-filled donuts but me, and Aiden too. More for me, man.
Yeah.
When you eat the things nobody else likes, you get all of it, homie. You get all of it. You don't get, hey, baby, can I have a bite of that donut? No, Just don't even ask.
Okay. Back to an earlier question. We asked Brad Toon if he was an Oilers fan. Never Oilers. Go Flames.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
I'd love a hockey episode. I'd love to think about how we could
If we do this,
bring
Brad,
hockey into the fold.
I have to ask this, Brad. I'm a Preds fan, and I'm a minor league hockey fan. I'm not a huge NHL fan. But if we do this, Brad and Carrie, can we have you two on the show? Would you come on live and talk with the unrelated brothers? We have to bring this up, Adam. Do you know who Carly is?
I do not.
All right, so Carly went to Bama with us, and she went to high school with me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. She's known me forever. She danced in my aunt's dance studio. We're great friends. Wow, I came in on a weird part of this podcast. Glad you're talking about donuts. Haha, love you guys. Oh, we have an answer. Brad and Carrie both would come on live and talk to the unrelated brothers.
Okay. All right, we got to figure out how to bring hockey into this, man. I like
We're
it.
going to do it. Okay, how do I get these off? Get off the
Just click the same one. Click the same one. Click the same one again. There you go.
We're good. We're good. Okay. Yeah.
I'm freaking out. I don't know what's going
Freaking
on.
out, man. I've been watching too much of the Rocky Mountain Vibes.
Is your wrestling over by now?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
It ended in a tie. And by the way, Carly, you both are great. Miss you guys here in T-Town.
Oh.
Carly, I'm not going to get to see you this year. Her and her dad's tickets are 3 or 4 rows ahead of mom and dad's, just randomly.
Okay.
So I've known her from, I went to college with her, went to high school with her, and randomly her dad's tickets are 3 or 4 rows ahead of my parents.
That's awesome.
At Brian Denny. But no, the match ended in a tie. The Iron Man match ended in a tie. And so it's my boy, Finn Balor, versus Adam Cole, baby, at the I don't know where they're going to do it.
So pardon me for asking this in such a direct manner, but how does something scripted end in a tie?
It's a cliffhanger.
Oh, I wish they'd hang it off a cliff.
All right, we've gone on long enough. So if you've disagreed with any of the top 40, how would they call in? And
They
be
would
part of our show?
Oh, sorry. They would dial 650 UAB show, and you'll hear a message from us after the beep. Leave us a message back, and we'll play it on the show.
We usually play Virgil Ask a Question, but we found a way to get Virgil in this show.
Directly.
Oh, Kerry. Here. All right. Kerry is Mr. Indie Wrestling Show. He loves minor league wrestling, not WWE, not AEW. Kerry hates like major booking, major wrestling, all that stuff. So he is very anti-WWE. Oh, here you go, Adam.
Yeah.
She knows who you are. Adam, remember going to honky tonk bars?
All right, I've got to look at your page. Hang on.
Right. Adam's getting some short timers here. You've met Carly, I promise.
Oh, I don't doubt it. All
right. Anyway, so Twitter, I'm at DAdams419. Every now and then, Adam gets on Twitter at Runtide Run. The show is at Not Related Bros on Instagram. DAdams419, Runtide Run at Unrelated Birth. Check out the website, unrelatedbirth.com. Adam did a great blog post last week. Check it out. Also, we ask, we don't beg. We just, if you like what we do and you would like to give us some money, $5 a month. We do have a Patreon. We anything you give us goes directly into this show. As we said last week, you get a chance to win a free T-shirt next week.
I mean, you can either join Patreon or send us Krispy Kreme gift cards. I mean, we'll accept that too for
$5. No,
we won't.
Running this podcast isn't cheap, and I'm trying to lose weight, dadgummit.
That's true.
I'm trying to lose weight. All right. So patreon.com/unrelatedbirth, $5 a month. Ain't going to be too much. Guys, we say it every week. We truly mean it. We have fun with you guys. And I appreciate y'all giving us an hour and a half, however long you give us every week to just have fun. We love each and every Carly beer. We love each and every one of you guys that stay and listen to us. One other time, Carrie, does the Patreon allow me to text you about Funko Pops without Amanda getting upset? Amanda won't listen to this. Yes, it does, Carrie. So, guys, we love each and every one of you that listen to this show. Adam, take them home, brother.
Yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Be kind to one another. Stay safe out there. Be the light that everybody needs to be in the world right now. We are in very interesting times, and we hope we brought a little bit of levity to your day, and take that and pay it forward to somebody else, make somebody else smile this week. We appreciate y'all listening, and we will catch you next time, guys. Bye.
Bye. Well, that was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, I hope, see, we got 11 people in here. We've had some good topics, good talking. There's not going to be another heart-to-heart like last week. I do want to say, most people that are on this live right now were on there last week. Thank y'all. That meant the world to me. That meant a lot. This has been a much better week. Ellie's on medication now. Not a lot. We did just a milligram of Invitive or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's a stimulant. Yeah, stimulant. Yes, Carrie, this is the show after the show. This is the Talking Smack.
See what you get for $5 a week. You get a pre-show, a show, and then an after show.
So we are actually, okay. I know we've got 2 patrons in here. I don't think Vance is in here. I know Vance is one of our patrons. But we do have Brian Keith. What'd I miss? All right, Jefferson. We are talking about doing some patron-only stuff. If we have guests, we'll have like a 15-minute patron-only guest interaction. We're going to do a once a month watch along Mystery Science Theater 3000 type thing. Eric Terry is going to join us for that. Wait, does that mean Eric can't be a patron if he's going to join us and he misses out?
He gets a front row seat, man.
I think he should pay just for the front row seat.
I think that if you're in there, and we're doing Eric because he mentioned Star Wars. I think if you're in there, you're eligible. If there's a movie you haven't seen, you could be on it if you wanted to.
You could join the Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Sure.
I know one of them, when Christmas time comes along, we'll be watching Elf.
Okay. I hope it's good.
It has to be PG or lower. Oh,
Yes.
if it's patron, if there's just the occasional curse word, it's okay.
Depends on which one it is.
Yeah, F, no. But if there's
No, it depends on what movie it is. I mean, if there's one or two and it's like how Pixar has gotten lately, maybe. But we still have to, still gonna eventually it'll go out on the page, won't it?
So, Carly, I'll pay with beer if I can come be a patron. I might allow that. Hey, Brian Key, it's patreon.com/unrelated at birth. I thought I said that on the show. Maybe I missed it. It's
been scrolling at the bottom the whole time. It's all good.
Yeah. Carrie has never. Okay. Unfortunately, Carrie, Bull Durham is one of those we probably could not watch.
Yeah, I haven't either, Carrie, so don't worry about it.
Ooh, Carly says there's a place to stay in Tuscaloosa, too. That might be worth it.
You know what, dadgummit, I had an anecdote that I forgot to bring up on the show. Oh,
Yes.
Are you having a moment? Sorry.
No, I'm saying. I thought Carly said it.
She could be a
I would
parent.
take a nice. No,
It depends. If what happens in Patreon stays in Patreon, maybe.
Yeah, although I think what happens in Patreon stays in Patreon.
We'll have to see.
I'm
We'll
okay
do a
with
couple and see how it goes, and then we'll figure out.
Jeffrey said, "Don't PG movies get 1 or 2 curse words as a free pass?" I think you're right.
Yes.
But see, I do want to say Bull Durham because if you've never watched it,
No, we're not doing Bull Durham.
but there are scenes
No, we're not doing Bull Durham.
that I don't think would fly.
If you want to create a podcast called Dave's Watches Movies with his friends, you can go watch Bull Durham on that.
Yeah, so I know we got Star Wars. I think we have $10 for a rated R tier.
Where's this going? This is quickly spiraling. Hang on, I'm going to click in. This is getting out of control. No.
Well, Carly, Adam has requested no cursing. I'm okay with a little cursing, but Adam and his family are very, very wholesome with that, and I it's very respectful, and it's very because we like to have a show where people can listen to it in cars with their kids,
Which people do.
But Adam has a point. If it's Patreon, you're sitting here watching it on your show.
Potentially with children.
But if you're watching it on your computer.
If you are comfortable putting out for this podcast something that says, please make your children leave the room before you watch this.
Dadgummit, Adam Russell.
Welcome to most of our weekly conversations, guys.
My children watched the Alabama football game with me.
That's true. That's true.
They watched the last couple of national championship games with me. Carly makes a good point. I will not curse with other kids, and if kids are up this late, ...
Let's get Star Wars out of the way, and then we'll figure out where this is going to go. What do you say?
Got Star Wars probably in the next month or two, and we'll do that with Turbo.
Yep.
Turbo is Eric Carey, for those that don't know. And this is going to be on Patreon. Patreon.com // unrelated at birth.
Oh, man.
Carrie says, I do need to recommend Tenet, the new Christopher Nolan flick. Saw it last night, and this one may be better than Inception.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Adam needs a button to censor Dave's F. Now, I don't say F much. I don't. And let's be clear. But there are times when I want to say some words on the pod that Adam, like I'm on a roll. And before we did video with this, Adam refused. Like he would send me text, Dave, Dave.
I see where you're going.
But now I can see his face. He's like, don't. But yeah. See, Kathy, Willy Wonka, we've all seen it. I don't know if I think the point of this thing is to get somebody that's never seen a movie. Turbo's never seen Star Wars. And Adam's never seen Elf, or what was the other one that we were just shocked about?
Oh, Princess Bride.
Yeah, Princess Bride. Kathy, I love you and Virgil to death, but what were you doing? Princess Bride is one of those movies.
We were watching Willy Wonka. Sorry.
Okay. So I know we've got Princess Bride in there, and it's on Disney Plus, so it's easy to find. I know we've got Star Wars. It's inconceivable. Yeah. See, you don't get any of those quotes, man.
Sorry.
All right. I know we have to watch Princess Bride. I know we have to watch Elf. If I say, do you want a peanut? Nothing? That means nothing to you? Yeah, Carrie, he's never seen Elf. There you go. Carly says, no way. Elf and Princess Bride, her daughter will introduce you to all.
Okay, cool. But you can't stick around for the one we do after that. Sorry. Dave wants to watch Bull Durham.
Oh, we won't watch Bull Durham. You're right. PG, a mild PG-13.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay, but I think
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's one of the things Carly says you have not lived. Anybody got a peanut? That's one of the things we're kicking around. We're kicking around some other things for Patreon, but dude, this was a fun show. I
have to say, I've been amazed the last couple of weeks around how passionate people have gotten about the things we've talked about.
Yep.
It's like Major League Baseball. I'm like, and sorting into Hogwarts houses. I was like, this might get a lukewarm reaction. No, people are passionate, man.
I know.
I enjoy it thoroughly.
I enjoy it too. Next week's show is I think it's going to be even more fun. It probably will go long again, so just be prepared. Hey, I want to ask the 11 of y'all in here watching with us, do us a favor, and when we share this tomorrow on Facebook, the show, and not the live here, but when we share the show, share it with your friends. For some reason, the last 3 weeks, Adam?
Not 2.
The last 2 to 3 weeks, our show numbers
ever since school started.
Yeah, ever since school. Come on, virtual school even. But ever since school started, our numbers have been a little low. We just want to do this for fun, but it would help us if more people heard us and more people enjoyed the fun that we have. So
we have fun. We have fun, don't we?
I think we have fun.
Yeah, I think we do.
I mean, this is how Adam and I talk regularly. And now everybody gets to have fun with us. See?
Exactly.
You're all chatting with us. Chatty.
Chat.
Yes. We want to be a huge podcast. Very huge. But anyway, guys, thank you. We'll end with my horrible Trump impression.
That was good. No, it was great. Should we do a Biden one too? The Thing and The Thing.
And
100-year and COVID and
yeah.
I have to do that for everybody really quick because I haven't been able to share my creative genius. When Biden was talking, and this is not a political statement for one side or the other. It's when he was speaking about COVID in 100 years and, just think about it, the lives, and he was kind of tripping over his word. We were laughing, Dave and I had to call him because he reminded me a little bit of Bill Cosby with the COVID and the years and, think about the years and 100 years. It's just, if you don't laugh at it, you'll cry, guys.
All right. By the way, Brian Key, should I be ready for a phone call next week? No. Next week is not a phone a friend show. It is all about who knows the most music, and that is me. And let's end with this because, Carly, you're awesome. I love you to death. You're a great friend. You guys are worried about kids being up this late? Ha ha. A lot of fun. Past, present, and now to the future.
To infinity and beyond.
Yep. Carly, best way I could have ever said it. Thank you, guys. We'll talk to you all next week. Join us in the Facebook group. If you haven't done it yet, join us in that Facebook fan group, Unrelated Birth Facebook group. Bring your friends along. Share with your friends. Tell your friends how great this show is. We appreciate it. Thank you all. We'll
Bye,
talk to you on
everybody.
Nah.